Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to TeamODZ Live in the ODivaZ group ride. Who's for us today? We've got Rick. Rick on the team bus.
Morning.
Hello. He's got his natural lighting.
Yes.
Oh. Hey, Jamel. Hey there, Ben. Ben asks how's Andy and for today. And Jamel as well. We just had Jamel join. It's
Hey,
Wednesday.
good morning.
Morning, Jamal. Hey, Ben.
Nice, Rick. Well done.
Huh?
No, sorry, Ben. Nice, Ben. Yeah, I know you went for a ride yesterday. You said you were going out. Where did you go?
Right.
Back in the group.
Oh, so trying to pull back someone that believes in punching it on the hill, stops at the top of the little roller, and then coasts through the downhill. His momentum's everywhere. Oh, come on. Just stick with me. There we go. Now he's going. I don't have to do it anymore. Although I have someone doing 5 watts behind.
Welcome to the Rick and Twins.
Some days it's more annoying than others. I don't understand what's happening today. I've been with the group once. Just back here, trying to work with people. I think it was on the last ride. Yeah, on Sunday's ride, maybe. Yeah. Anyway, one of the rides. The group all of a sudden took off. No, it wasn't. Yeah. Anyway, but so then I turned on the fence, gave a little bit of warning, and then after that, everybody stayed at the fence. So I brought the fence back all the way to me.
Yeah.
And then it was amazing. After that, nobody did it. Yeah, last week all I had to say was, "Oh man, now I have to turn on the fence." We were doing so good there for a little bit. Are we not going fast enough for you? Because if that's the case, I'll ask you again in 60 miles.
Or after you've been zapped.
We're not riding at the pace of the people who are only showing up for an hour. We're here for the long haul.
Hey there, Owen.
Anyone?
That's the right on, my friend.
Right.
I need to adjust my mood for today. I'm working on it. I'll end up yelling at people at work if I don't adjust it. Yeah. Yeah. Because this morning I was kind of like, meh. And then Grace, I get out into the car and I'm like, all right, Grace, hurry up. On my way out to the car, like, I don't have time to take you to school. Just to the bus stop. And then I wait and I wait and I wait. I was about ready to lay on the horn, but I didn't want to wake up all the neighbors. And then eventually she comes up and we turn on down the street just in time to see the bus at the bus stop. And I was like, oh, okay. Here we
What's the
are.
worst that can happen if that you miss the bus? You have to drive it to school.
And I did. I stayed calm, you know. I just I did the talk about this isn't working. You've been getting later and later progressively. I think it's time to rethink your entire strategy. And so hopefully tomorrow it'll be better. If not, then I'm going to lose it. Tomorrow will be the flip out point. It'll be like, okay, I was kind about it yesterday. Today I'm getting loud. I hate those kind of drives to anywhere, because now traffic is annoying. Red lights are annoying. People going the speed limit is annoying. Everything's
That
annoying.
is annoying.
Hey, Matches. How you doing, my friend? I couldn't stick around yesterday. I joined your fence and joined your ride and stream, and then realised I had a meet coming up. But I was there for a bit. Good to see you.
All right, put the coffee and the newspaper down. We're riding up the hill now. Some people take it completely 100%. Like, the ride says 2.3, I'm doing 2.3. Even if I end up 2 kilometers back, which is fine. It's just annoying.
Considering we have a sweeper, I don't see the problem actually. But okay.
Of course you don't.
Oh, I think you need. I think you need the new Jumbo Visma PT helmet, Matches. I hear the force is strong with that one. Owen's on the same page.
I'm betting that helmet is not even aerodynamic. It's just to get brand exposure, which is happening now.
Oh, see, that could get out of control. Pretty soon you have dangly things coming off of it. Yeah, they're supposed to break up. They create more, what's that called? Whew. But yeah, what would it be? They create turbulence, which then improves aerodynamic efficiency.
That's what it's supposed to do.
So I should just have like ribbons tied all around the outside of it, flapping. No, don't go to 1.9 just because I got in front of you. Really? This is your answer?
Yeah, matches. It looks fast though.
I'm not going back. You come to me. Oh, these people make it so much worse on themselves. I don't want to talk about it, Charlie. At least we're not losing tons of time. We're only losing time. Could always be worse, I guess. Yeah, why don't you catch up with me? There you go.
Have they fixed the coffee stop, bud? It's just 6 minutes and I've got a coffee
Yeah.
stop.
I got the notification this morning they fixed it.
Sweet.
In the new update.
Oh,
Thanks, Owen. Owen sent me another image of the helmet.
all right. I'm putting out way more energy than I need to. It's amazing. I've been turning this into a good threshold ride. Well, tempo ride. By just doing inefficient things with people in the back.
Yes, we are, Owen.
I can give my sister's number. You can go hang out with them.
I don't have much to experience matches really. I just found ones that work for me and stayed with them. I've got Shimano S-Fire RC9s.
Yeah, 'cause my sister doesn't live too far from the airport in Houston or Texas. So it's probably like a 4-hour round trip. That's just across town. It's always like an hour. Oh, yeah, no, it's just right outside of town. Oh, so it'll be 3 hours till we get there? Okay.
That's not how it works in Bangor, I guess.
That's how it works in Houston. In Bangor, you could be out of the state by then. Well out of the state. You'd be in
Yes.
Boston by then.
How did they grow in weight? Matches? Are you leaving bits of you inside of them? Maybe wash them out. That might help.
Are you landing in the, is it the Houston Hobby Airport or whatever?
I have no idea. It's just stop over to get into the country.
Okay. Have a good day.
Well, apparently I haven't
Should
had
I
the
have
update
6
yet.
hours?
Apparently I haven't had the update yet because my copy stop counted down to 0 and now it says copy stop unavailable. I guess I'm
Yeah.
pedaling for another 30 minutes.
He lives in an area called Hillshire Village, right off of Interstate 10. And it looks so close to the city center of Houston. But then you realize, like, the loop around Houston, that's something like 70 miles. And she's outside of that.
You learn to compact your cities more.
Yeah, they haven't figured that one out in Texas. There's no need, because Texas is just so massive. Might as well. Then you have cities like Boston. I mean, that's pretty compact.
Yeah, because I mean, you grow up thinking that everything in the US is bigger. But I found out that Phoenix is the 12th largest city in the US, and Phoenix is a country little village. So I don't really get it. There's some very, very big cities, 2 or 3, and the rest is just small.
I think mainly it's the burgers, the SUVs, the expanse of open area.
Yeah, that could be it. But okay, it reminds a little bit of Copenhagen because that's also extremely spread out. Everybody insists on having a nice garden, carport for the car, that kind of things.
Yeah.
That is not really customary here in the Netherlands.
Well, it's like you look at the population of Boston. If you look at Boston, it's under 1 million. But then if you take into account the city, it's well over that. But Boston is just that one island in between the rivers. And then you have Malden and Cambridge, all the other things around. Worcester or Dorchester. But since it's spelled like Worcester, I call it Duster.
But if Houston is anything like Heathrow, you should not underestimate it. In Heathrow, you can get out of the plane and you can like see the dock for the connecting plane. So it still takes you 50 minutes to get there.
I can't even remember Houston anymore. It's been a while since I've flown into there. I used to do it a lot. And of course, this was also the 90s. So
But I'm thinking 6 hours. If I can't make it in 6 hours, then
oh yeah, you should be able to. From what I remember, it was all one airport. None of that, take this train over to this other side of the airport.
yeah, but it's like Heathrow is really compact as an airport, but it's completely crazy with connections. You're talking about tube trains and buses, and yeah, you can't imagine it.
So when you're on the same airline, right? The whole way?
Yes. So
So
I
you
guess
should be
that it's in their interest to get me on the connecting flight.
Although you will probably have to go from the international terminal to the domestic terminal. But
Yes.
or not probably, you will. That is a fact. One thing that they don't seem to do as well anymore, most of it's just the airlines I've been taking, but when I was a kid, I used to fly a lot by myself. And just to pass the time, since I had no iPhone or anything like that, I would read the magazines and then I'd make plans for, which restaurant or whatever I was going to hit at the next airport, and then also know where my gate was so that I could just walk straight there. I'd always have people trying to help me, and I'd be like, no, I got it. I'm all set. Leave me alone. But I noticed on airplanes, they don't really have that anymore.
In Hong Kong, they have a nice little Chinese lady that will take you from one plane to another, especially if you're late incoming. But you find out on the way that she can run crazy fast, and you have to follow her.
She's going to show you up.
Well, we made it. I think it was from touchdown to takeoff was 45 minutes. So we basically only had 20 minutes to get from one plane to another. And the most crazy thing was that the bicycles and the cases also made it, except one.
Did I go back and help this person? It's getting tough because if they aren't pushing hard, then by the time I get back there, they think, oh, it's rest time. And then I end up off the back. Yeah, Chicago is a bit of a longer situation, but somehow it works.
Yeah,
I'm going back
via over here, and there I only have 1.5 hours, but I'm thinking that it will be standard, so it will work okay. Also because I shouldn't worry about the bags.
Ellen says that his flight
What
to
are the worst
Chicago
things?
recommended somewhere for breakfast, so he went there. About 45 minutes walk each way.
Yeah, I had one United flight to San Francisco where I had a 20-minute layover in between flights. So I mean, already we're like taxiing in, and I'm kind of like, come on, let me just speed it up a little bit here. And then still had to make a connection to one of the other buildings, and Dulles has the worst setup with these big, huge people movers that look like they're straight out of Star Wars. And they try to pack as many people into them as possible, and they slowly creep to the next terminal. That was horrible. I made it though, but I still had a cross-country flight and no time to even stop to get a drink, to get food, to get anything. And that was the trip that I didn't have a card and they didn't accept cash on the plane. So I'm just like, come on. This is the worst flight ever. Oh, it was horrible. I think that was actually the first time I ever thought, maybe I don't like flying. Because I'd always, through my childhood, I thought it was the greatest. It was like an adventure. I never wanted anyone to help me because it was my adventure. And I already had a plan.
Yeah, I'm not too keen on flying, but I'm actually, if I can praise myself, pretty good at it, just sitting in a sort of vegetable state, passing time. So before you know it, 10 hours passed without me noticing it. So it's not so bad actually.
Yeah, it depends on how well I've got myself ready for it.
Actually, the 4 hours down to the Canary Islands in Morocco are the worst because it's too short to really get into that airplane mode, and it's too long for not being boring.
You want to try flying between Chicago and Appleton? It's a 45-minute flight. No sooner have you ascended, you're descending again.
We used to have domestic flights in Denmark that were 30 minutes from gate to gate.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have a bridge. They managed to serve coffee with a cookie. That was impressive.
I don't know if it's changed or not, but for the longest time, you could not get a flight out of northern New England to Milwaukee without having to land in Detroit first. It's just the worst thing ever. Like, really? Really? They're gonna fly across a skinny state and a lake? Like, and then those kind of flights, they go and offer you a drink, and you're like, okay. And you pour your soda in the cup, and I like to pour it slowly and just sip it and enjoy it. But then they're looking at you with the bag like, you done? You done? It's like, what? The bubbles haven't even gone away yet.
It's like Amsterdam, London. It's a good 1 hour flight, but they hardly manage to get to cruising altitude before they take the brakes off. So it's a little bit ridiculous. And with all the hassle getting to the airport, being there on time, getting from Heathrow to London, the train is actually much more attractive if they could get it really going. Problem is now that they waste an hour and a half or something in Brussels. So, but at some point it should be less than 4 hours. Amsterdam to London, city center to city center. That's the difference.
Yeah, like I said, that was Wag's argument as to why he couldn't find anything change at Phoenix. No one flies Phoenix to Tucson. Good shot.
And you don't want to take the trains because I've seen the movies. They all get robbed down there in the Wild West.
All we saw when we were riding down to Mount Lebanon was freight trains being 2 miles long. That was impressive.
I thought you'd have come up with a bean-related one, Rick.
Thermodynamics. That used to be one of my favorite words when I was building the brewery.
Yeah, that's actually been challenged by the expansion of the universe, so it's not really written in stone that long.
There's one, two. There's not enough F's there, Charlie. Need another one.
Oh, it's Charlie. Someone's off the back. Just Charlie doing science.
I think I'd want to keep that cold, Charlie. That's where I was going with saying you might want to keep that cold. Superconductors.
What happened to the dad jokes? Is this the ODivaZ ride?
All right, I've got one for Neil. Once I've given the go for the sprint. Even Owen said, "Uh-oh, we need to get new dad jokes so you can go head to head with Wags at camp." Oh, and I hope you're taking your book, Douce. No, Ufa's throwing the towel in.
Yeah, I've been working on my towel throw because it happened that I threw it on the keyboard and released my power up, which is
Oh my.
He doesn't have to defend it. He's already in possession of it. They can't take it from him.
It gives me a feather at the top of the aqueduct. Great.
Yeah, very useful.
Wow, I am really hungry.
There you go.
Just gonna let my coffee stop and the rest.
Oh yeah. On that note, I'm going to pull the stream down. Thank you, Matches, Ben, Owen, for dropping in. Much appreciated. Everybody else that's out there, thanks for watching. We'll be back with Team Timefile tomorrow. A little bit later in the day, about 5 hours time from now. We'll see how we can do tomorrow. Until then, take care. Have a good day, everybody. Bye for now.
Bye.